Welcome, everyone, to this week astrology for the week of April 27th to May 3rd. I hope everybody's doing well. Hello, Casmar. Nice to see you. Happy Friday to you indeed. And Jeanne, I believe I learned how to pronounce that last time. Nice to see you. Yes, happy Friday to you. Thanks for stopping by. Hope everybody's doing well on this Friday. Welcome to my channel if you're new here. And of course, welcome back if you're returning. I'm Joshua the Psychic, and you can check out my website, psychicsun.com, if there's anything I can do for you. So before we talk about this week, I want to talk to you about the current week that we're in, or before we talk about next week, I want to talk to you about the current week that we're in. We have an aspect on Saturday, the 26th. So if you're catching this live on April 25th, remember that we have Mars in Leo, opposite Pluto in Aquarius. So the planet of war, Mars, is pitted against the planet of transformation, Pluto. And you have an Aries moon. So Saturday, and the aspect, you might be feeling it. You could be feeling it today. Could have been feeling it yesterday. You might feel it on Sunday. But Saturday, it's exact. And it's pretty combustible. So my advice to you is to diffuse situations if you can, and do whatever it is that you can to don't put yourself in compromising positions, especially if alcohol is involved. I would just keep that in mind, because this is very combustible. We have an Aries moon, we have Mars and Leo opposite Pluto and Aquarius, and Mars is not totally strong right now, right? It's still in its shadow period. Pluto is stationary. It's slowing down, but Mars is not in an advantageous position. And with the Aries moon, it's going to fire us up, right? And if we get too fiery, that Pluto and Aquarius it's not going to be good. So just keep that in mind for this weekend. If there was a weekend to sort of lay low and channel your energy into something productive, I would say this would be it. So just keep that in mind. Definitely watch the news. There's probably going to be some big stuff happening this weekend. It's a very, very intense aspect. But definitely enjoy yourself, right? I would just be sure to watch out for combustible situations, especially alcohol, because alcohol brings out our spiritedness, right? And it can be problematic with this aspect. So just bear that in mind, and have a great weekend, of course, but just keep that in mind. So let's talk about this week. We're going to start our week with the new moon in Taurus. Super exciting. We do, of course, have taroscopes for that, so definitely check those out, your taroscopes for your new moon in Taurus. The link to that is in the description below. Are you going to be home for the weekend, Casmar? Well, I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, I think organizing is a really good idea. Great thing to do. So happy Taurus moon. We've made it. So hopefully up until this point, because we had our full moon in Libra, you're letting go of things that no longer serve you. So you have a lot of space for that new moon in Taurus. It's going to be a wonderful energy, a wonderful vibration. So do enjoy that. So we have our new moon on Sunday. It's also, of course, the sun's day, the day of the week ruled by the sun. So a great day to stay in that present moment. We actually spoke about the spacious present moment last night in our live stream, 7 Pathways to Abundance. One of the aspects of abundance, or pathways to abundance, being time, and how time is actually simultaneous, and how we have our most power in that present moment. So Sunday is a good day for you to stay in that moment, to do things that light you up with joy, creatively expressing yourself. Romance is great on a Sunday. Creativity, play, fun. So your moon on Sunday will be in Aries until 3:16 a.m. East. So up until that time, we're taking bold action. We're asserting ourselves. That shift to Taurus at 3:16 a.m. East is going to ground our energy. And it's going to be helpful for us and easy for us to focus on stability and to nurture what matters. So this Taurus energy that we're in right now, it's all about stabilizing, fortifying, strengthening, right? Anything that you started under the Aries sun, now you can finish off, nurture it to completion, and enjoy your new normal, right? Because your values most likely have changed since eclipse season, since Mercury retrograde, Venus retrograde, Mars retrograde. So it's a good idea to, with the Taurus energy, to check in with yourself and say, does this still matter to me? What really matters to me in this moment in time? Because things may have been jostled around with not just eclipse season, but remember, Uranus has been in Taurus for the past several years. So collectively, our values have been going through changes. So check in with yourself. Make sure you're still focusing on what you want, and knowing what you want, right? And that takes time in that present moment. Additionally, numerologically on Sunday, it's a 27. So that's about spiritual insight and compassion. It signifies enlightenment, empathy, and idealism. Think inner wisdom and humanitarian ideals. And, well, it's Babe Ruth Day. It's Babe Ruth Day. And this is a great little holiday. It's celebrated by baseball fans all over the USA and really the world. Babe Ruth Day is to celebrate the one and only Babe Ruth, one of the best baseball players of all time, from hitting record after record and receiving many accolades. Bruce actually was a great pitcher as well for the Boston Red Sox. And of course, his batting was better. So maybe you can celebrate some Babe Ruth. He was an Aquarian, and that could be a great thing to do. That could be really great. What is this? Taurus Moon here. Plan on taking time for self this weekend. Self-care. Yeah, that's a good idea. Johnny. Yes, very good idea. And Taurus is a great moon to have. It's where the moon is most happy. It's exalted. So yeah, do enjoy setting yourself up for success this weekend. I think that's a good idea. And remember, you do have an Aries moon. An Aries moon is great for getting things done. You can get a lot done under an Aries moon. And I feel like with that opposition, you're going to need something to sort of attack, right? So that'll be great. I'm glad to hear that. So we have that Taurus New Moon, of course. So check out your horoscopes if you haven't already. On Monday, the 28th, hey, Robin Shepherd. Nice to see you. We need break and reflection. What a great name, Robin Shepherd. I like that. So on Monday, the 28th of April, now we're under our waxing moon phase. So we're focusing on what we want. We're drawing in our ideals. We're taking inspired action to build momentum and growth. And Monday is the moon's day, the most sensitive, porous day of the week. So be sure to double down on your self-care. Don't give yourself the luxury of a negative thought. Nurture your subconscious mind. Again, this is a very fertile time. So play over and over and over in your head the way you would like things to go in the different facets of your life. Look at the different areas of your life and say, this would be great in this area, right? Might be good to write it down, to reflect, to pretend it's already happened. Definitely utilize this new moon energy because it's very strong on Monday. Your moon will be in Taurus. And by the way, the moon is exalted in Taurus. I think Jeanne, who's in our live chat, has her moon in Taurus. Moon is very happy in Taurus. Keywords for Taurus on Monday: reliable, patient, practical, sensual, determined, stable, loyal, stubborn, artistic, comfort-seeking, and persistent. Very persistent. And numerologically, it's a 28 on Monday, which symbolizes self-mastery and leadership, combining ambition and teamwork with practicality. Teamwork makes the dream work. That's what I always like to say. Hey, Lisa. Oh, good evening. Oh, my goodness. You must be on the other side of the world. Are you in the UK? Evening. Wow. Maybe Australia. Maybe Lisa will tell us. Also on Monday, it's National Superhero Day. Isn't that exciting? So this was created by Marvel employees to celebrate everyone's superhero, even if it's not Marvel related, right? So is it Batman? Is it Superman? Who knows? But this holiday not only honors superheroes, but those real or fictional people that inspire us every day. And maybe you'll be your own hero. Maybe you'll be your own hero on Monday. You're in London. London. I love London. I used to go to London all the time. I used to hop back and forth across the pond when I lived in Boston and New York. But nowadays, oh, geez. I live in LA and it's like an 11-hour flight. Ugh, yikes. But greetings to you in London. So yeah, enjoy Superhero Day. Maybe you can watch a superhero movie, a Marvel superhero movie. That could be fun. So on Tuesday, the 29th of April, my goodness, is it really the 29th of April? Of course, we're under our waxing moon phase. We're drawing in energy, focusing on what we want. Action-oriented Mars rules your day on Tuesday, which is ideal for anything that requires extra courage, drive, and initiative. Your moon will be in Taurus until 2:34 a.m. East on Tuesday. So up until that point, we're focusing on stability and comfort. That shift to Gemini at 2:34 a.m. East on Tuesday will spark our curiosity. It's a great time to embrace communication and to explore new ideas. And of course, now that Mercury is out of its shadow, it got out of its shadow actually on the 26th of April, communications are going to be so much easier. Of course, we have the Sun in Taurus, which slows things down from when it was in Aries, but still, your communications are going to be a lot easier. 29 numerologically on Tuesday is all about transformation and inner wisdom. So think introspection, spirituality, and resilience, self-discovery, and inner strength. And it's World Wish Day. I didn't know this was actually about make a wish. I thought it was just like everybody makes wishes on World Wish Day, but it's not. It marks the anniversary of the first make a wish granted to 7-year-old Chris Gracious. Isn't that cool? His name's Gracious. On April 29th, 1980. He wanted to be a police officer, and they granted his wish. So maybe you can donate to that charity if you want, or you can make some wishes for yourself or make somebody else's wishes come true. That could be nice, right? What is this? Thankful Mercury is done playing its mischievous games. Eek, I know, I agree. I agree, Jeanne. Jeanne, am I saying it right? Jeanne? I'm going to be a Frenchman. I'm going to know French by the end of this live stream. Yeah, so enjoy World Wish Day. However you might. Maybe you'll make some wishes or donate to Make-A-Wish Foundation, something. I don't know. Have fun. Maybe blow a dandelion. Remember those? Did anybody ever do that? I used to do that. Jeanne, I'm saying it perfectly. Oh my goodness, that's great. Jeanne, that's gonna. Maybe I'll probably need to find a Jeanne in my life so I can just say it all the time. Maybe find a dandelion. Do that on Tuesday. That could be fun. So on Wednesday, the 30th, our last day of April, we are, of course, under our waxing moon phase. We're focusing on what we want, drawing in our ideals, taking inspired action. Because if you play over in your head how you want things to go, then you're going to get those intuitive nudges. Go here, do this, do that. Your day's planetary ruler on Wednesday is Mercury, the planet of communication. So expect lots of correspondences. Be flexible. Pad your schedule with some extra wiggle room, as you never know what might come up out of the blue on Mercury's day. And it's a double whammy of Mercury energy because the moon will be in Mercury-ruled Gemini. Keywords for your Gemini moon on Wednesday: adaptable, curious, versatile, communicative, witty, intellectual, energetic, youthful, lively, and social. It's a really nice day for a party. This is a nice celebratory day because numerologically it's 30. If you know the Tower, you can think of 3 of Cups, right? It's about creativity and sociability, the number 30. Think joy, expression, and communication, artistic imagination with community. So Wednesday might be a nice day to do something social in lieu of this Saturday night, where I think you should probably stay home if you can. National Oatmeal Cookie Day. So if you have a party on Wednesday, you can bring some oatmeal cookies. Celebrate the cookie packed with iron and fiber. That's a good enough excuse for me. The first recipe apparently was published by Fannie Merritt Farmer in her 1896 cookbook, the Boston Cooking School Cookbook. She must have been a Bostonian like myself, that Fannie Merritt Farmer. So have some oatmeal cookies. Of course, her oatmeal cookies, I believe, actually had raisins in them, sadly. But maybe you like raisins. I'm not a big fan of the raisins. I think they ruin oatmeal cookies. But, you know, you can make some oatmeal cookies with or without raisins, depending on your preference, or buy some. What is this, Robert? We planted a whole field of dandelions on our side field. That's super cool. I'm glad to hear that. That's all. I didn't know you could plant dandelions. I guess it makes sense, right? And Jeanne, I love saying that now. Now that I've mastered it, I'm going to show off. Janae says, this Saturday, I'm crocheting, working on a blanket for a friend in California. How nice of you. That'll be good. Well, and we're going to need the blanket in California if this weather doesn't warm up. We had like a burst of like really beautiful 80-degree weather. It was like for a few days, and it's been really blah. It's been like 60 degrees. It's cool. I mean, I complain. I'm from Boston. 6 degrees is not bad at all, but you get those tickles of those like 80-degree days, and you're like, oh, geez, I want summer. But in due time, dandelions are good for you. Oh, that's really good. I'm going to have to find some dandelions, definitely, and some oatmeal cookies without raisins on Wednesday. Also on Wednesday, this is exciting. Aries, you're going to be really happy with this. This is going to give you a nice little boost. Those who have strong Aries in their chart. Venus is going to be entering Aries on Wednesday, the 30th. As Venus enters Aries, our hearts become bold, passionate, and ready to take the lead in love and relationships. This transit sparks assertive attraction and a desire for excitement, pushing us to pursue what we want with confidence. Aries is very confident. It's a time to embrace independence, to take risks in love, and to boldly express our desires. Well, creativity flourishes, so don't hold back from making daring moves. Trust your instincts, trust your desires, and let this fiery energy fuel your romantic and artistic breakthroughs. This is exciting. So Venus is going to be in Aries from April 30th to June 5th. Note that Venus will be in its post-shadow period until May 16th. So Venus isn't completely up to speed, but it certainly is doing better than it has been. Venus is not happy in Aries, okay? Venus had been in Pisces, where it is exalted, its best placement. Remember, Venus is ruled by Libra, so it's detrimented in it's in its fall in Aries. So we're gonna be more Aries-like when it comes to love during this period. And Aries can be about the self, right? And in terms of love, that might be why it's detrimented, right? Because Aries notoriously can be very self-focused. They have to be because, well, essentially Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, right? So there's nobody like in front of them. So that's why they might be self-focused. It's not that they're bad people. It's just they're the first. So they have nobody intellectually in their space. It is about them because they have nobody before them, right? They're number one. So enjoy Venus in Aries' transit. I think it's going to be good. I think it's going to make things happen easier in terms of love. Like the Venus in Pisces is great. Venus is exalted in Pisces. It's wonderful. But Pisces can be very wishy-washy. And if you're wishy-washy and I'm wishy-washy, nothing happens. We don't go anywhere. We don't do anything. So with the Aries stuff, somebody's about to make the move, right? We're going to be more likely to actually do it. Ask the person out or engage in these conversations that bring your relationship to that next level. So although Venus is not necessarily happy in Aries, I think we're going to be able to make better strides in love in some respects with Venus in Aries than it was when we had it in Pisces. Your Venus is in Aries. Oh my goodness. And weather has been a bit bipolar. Yeah, not just the weather. Totally vibing with self-focus lately. Janae says, sometimes it's important to put yourself first and to take care of self, healthy self, heal thyself. I love that. Yes, it's very important. You got to take care of number one. Look out for number one. Yeah, for sure. So enjoy Venus in Aries. I think that's going to be cool. That's going to be happening on Wednesday, and it's going to be until June 5th. So you're going to be happy with Venus leaving its post-shadow period. So things are really going to get nice and spicy after May 16th. So that'll be great. On Thursday, the 1st of May, happy May, everybody. Boy, it's happened quickly, right? Life goes pretty fast. Waxing moon, of course, on Thursday. So focus on what you want, draw in your ideals, take inspired action to build your momentum and growth. Jupiter, planet of luck and abundance, rules Thursday. So it's time to think big, doubt your limits, and go beyond your stretch. Stay loose physically. And you might want to mind the hips. The hips have to do with changing directions. So sometimes if we have to change directions, some people could have a hip injury, right? So you want to make sure that your hips are loose because, Well, the body is the unconscious mind. So if you're planning on making some major strides in your life, make sure your body is all warmed up, right? It's like your tool. Your body is like your instrument, right? So make sure your hips are nice and loose. Moon in Gemini on Thursday until 3:22 a.m. East. So we're embracing curiosity and lively conversations with that moon in Gemini. Now, by the time you wake up on Thursday, the moon will shift to Cancer. So it's going to be all about emotions. The key phrase for Gemini is I think, whereas Cancer is I feel. So it's a very different energy. That shift to the Cancerian moon is going to be good for focusing on your home and your emotional security. It's about tapping into that divine mother vibration. How do you need to be nurtured? How do you need to be loved? And how do you need to be unconditionally supported and taken care of, right? How can you mama bear yourself, right? How can you tap into that energy, the divine mother, and nurture yourself? Because, well, if you're starting a new journey, you want to make sure that you're all set, all set. Yay. 5th month. May everyone have lots of positive changes happening for them. I agree. Yeah, let's make that happen. Let's make it happen. And numerologically, it's a 1. So you got a new beginning here for you on Thursday. Perfect with that new moon in Taurus that we will have on the 27th, or had if you're catching this later than the 27th. 1, numerologically on Thursday, represents beginnings in independence. It signifies initiative, leadership, and innovation. Think autonomy with new opportunities. And it's May Day, of course, because it's May 1st, so celebrate spring. This holiday originated from the Celtic holiday Beltane, which was celebrated with dancing, singing, and special bonfires. Well, be careful. Alert the fire department if you're going to make some bonfires. Do enjoy May Day. I don't know. I mean, it's a Thursday, so you might want to celebrate somehow. That could be a lot of fun. I think there's lots of activities going on May Day. So do check those out if you're so inclined. Now on Friday, this is really cool. On Friday, of course, we're still under our waxing moon phase. We're focusing on what we want and taking inspired action, taking lots of inspired action. And Venus, planet of love, rules your day on Friday. So spread as much love around as possible. All energy at its basis is love. So if you want more energy, spread more love, right? Stay in that vibration of love, that vibration of gratitude, and celebrate your blessings, because what we focus on grows. You want to celebrate yourself and also others. Now, others is very important today. This is, I'm going to call it, and it's not easy for me to say this under a Cancerian moon, because you will have a Cancerian moon on Friday, but this is probably the best day of the week in some respects, especially romantically. Because number 1, numerologically, it's a 2. You got your moon in Cancer, but we have a really cool aspect as well. So it's a very romantic day. Very romantic day. Not only is Venus ruled, but it is a Cancerian moon. Keywords for your Cancerian moon on Friday: protective, intuitive, nurturing, sensitive, emotional, caring, imaginative, loyal, home-loving, and compassionate. Now, 2 makes it very romantic, right? Because it's all about partnership and balance. 2 embodies partnership and balance. It signifies harmony, cooperation, and adaptability, merging relationships with diplomacy. Now, this is why Friday is so romantic. You got Venus in Aries conjunct Neptune in Aries. Neptune just entered Aries. And as you found out this week, also Venus just entered Aries. So Venus in Aries and Neptune in Aries are conjuncting. So you're going to be very intuitive. You're probably going to be very creative and open to dreamy, inspired connections in love and beauty. I think this is a great night. I would say it's probably going to be a Friday I'm in love. I love The Cure. Yeah. I wonder if our friend from London loves The Cure too, because Robert Smith's English. So yeah, this aspect is really cool. I would say because it's a Cancerian moon, it's probably you're going to be a little bit extra sensitive. So it might be better to connect with people that you already know and that you already trust. Richard Harving Davis, who was an Aries, his birthday was actually April 18th. He was an American journalist and writer of fiction and drama, known foremost as the first American war correspondent to cover the Spanish-American War and World War I. His writing greatly assisted the political career of Theodore Roosevelt, And he also played a major role in the evolution of the American magazine. Not surprising that he did that because he's an Aries. And what's coolest about this guy, his influence extended to the world of fashion, apparently. He is credited with making the clean-shaven look popular among men at the turn of the 20th century. That militaristic, clean-shaven look is very Aries. And all Aries are pretty gorgeous, or at least they think they're gorgeous. And he had a nice look about him, right? And the 3rd of May is your birthday? Oh, my goodness. This is great. Well, happy birthday, Lisa. Happy birthday to Lisa in London. So enjoy this aspect on Friday. It's very lovey-dovey. And if you're not going to be romancing anybody or being romanced, well, you can get into your creativity. You can get into a nice book, maybe create something, but it's going to be very, very nice. I would even say it's great for visualization. So enjoy that on Friday. And on Saturday, the 3rd of May, of course, we're still under our waxing moon phase. Saturn, planet of discipline, restriction, and responsibility, rules your day on Saturday. So, although you might be having fun on Saturday and relaxing, it also is a good day to get yourself set up for a successful week ahead. Get your ducks in a row so you can then relax on Sunday, the Sun's day. Your moon will be in Cancer on Saturday until 7:28 a.m. East. So for the few days before Saturday, we're focusing on emotional security. We're probably going to be extra sensitive. Watch out for those wild mood swings. That's a Cure reference for those who know the Cure. Focus on nurturing your home life and nurturing yourself, right? That shift to Leo at 7:28 a.m. East is going to make things a lot more fun. So I would say if you want to go up this weekend coming up, I would say Saturday is probably going to be a better day for it. That shift to Leo is going to ignite our creativity. It's going to help us embrace confidence and to seek joyful expression. So it's also a very celebratory day because it is a 3, right? And 3 represents creativity and communication. It signifies expression, joy, and enthusiasm, balancing sociability with imagination. So we got 3 days. We got the 30th of April. Cross sum of 30 is 3. So Wednesday is a great day for celebratory things. And also, of course, Saturday. That's great. Oh, your daughter's birthday is, oh, well, that's awesome. Your daughter has a birthday too on the 3rd of May. Lots of Taurus. I love that. That's great. That's really cool. So on Saturday too, we get to celebrate Robert Palmer's Addicted to Love. You got to watch this video. Such a great video, right? Iconic video. This is the day in 1986. So on May 3rd, 1986, Robert Palmer's Addicted to Love topped the U.S. singles chart. It was one of the last singles to receive a million-seller gold certification. So maybe watch that video this weekend and dance. You have to do the dance, right? It's a great, easy dance you can do. So enjoy Robert Palmer. And we did it, folks. We went through this entire week. And this week that we talked about is going to be much better than this past week because, well, we had quite a few squares, difficult aspects. So if this week that we're in right now, if you're catching this live, next week, the current week that we're talking about, the 27th of April to the 3rd of May, much, much better. So do enjoy that. Thank you all so much in the chat. Got some new faces here. Always great to see new people as well as Kasmar. And who else joined us today? Short-term memory loss. Janae, we got to see Robin and Lisa. And who else was there? Robin, Lisa. I'm going to say Janae again. And I think that might be it. But thank you all so much for joining in the live and catching the replay afterwards. Thank you, Kasmar. Take good care, everybody. I'll see you next week for not only this week astrology, but for Thursday Night Lights. Bye-bye.